final fight before we get into our lightning round was the opening fight on the main card of UFC 277 in the light heavyweight division, seeing Magomed Ankalaev defeating Anthony Lionheart Smith by TKO with punches. In the second round, the official time, 3 minutes and 9 seconds. But this one, guys, left everybody in the MMA community with a little bit of a disappointing feeling, because Anthony Smith apparently broke his foot or broke his ankle or his leg at somewhere at some point. I don't know yet. I don't think we know yet. Not the performance we wanted to see from Lionheart. Mark, let me start with you. What did you make of the first round and then the fight heading into the second and the finish that happened?
Yeah, yet another one in the UFC lately where we get robbed of a great matchup on paper due to injury. Ortega and Yair, Aspinall and Blades, and now Smith and Ankalaev. We did get a round. It was a competitive first round. I don't think either man necessarily pushed it in the first round. I think they were kind of feeling each other out a bit. I have the sense that Smith probably planned to turn up the pace in the second round, just from the things he was saying pre-fight, and see how Ankalaev dealt with that. But instead, he breaks his ankle or leg. You've heard it. They've been saying, some people have been saying ankle, some people have been saying leg, who knows, but breaks whatever it was in the waning seconds of round one. Guts it out like the absolute G that he is. Doesn't even consider, getting out of the fight. Goes right to the stool, marches back out. Comes out trying to pull guard because he can't do much else, and find a way to somehow win the fight while compromised. But against a guy like Ankalaev, it's very likely not going to work out, and it didn't. Ankalaev, to his credit, he stayed out of Smith's grasp. He stayed heavy on top, and he pounds him out. And it's a big W, but it's a big W over a guy who was very badly compromised. And, it's just another one where it feels like we didn't really get to find out what the result would have been.
Okay, Omar, what was your assessment heading into this fight? Or excuse me, at the end of this fight?
Yeah, so I think the first thing we should do is confirm that Anthony Smith actually broke something. There was a lot of shit online, back and forth.
Yeah,
with people saying that he didn't really get that injured, or it wasn't a real break, and whatever the case is, he 100% broke his leg. They're saying that
if we don't have confirmation, if Anthony Smith says he broke his leg,
what happened is that Dana came out and said that they looked at him and they didn't see a break. And that Anthony Smith was sitting there like, this makes no sense. I am feeling it, and it is broken. He feels it,
yeah.
And that, I guess, then later another doctor looked at it and saw it. And so Dana actually, I forget when it was, came back out, and he was like, I want to clarify because I told you guys they didn't find a break, and they did find a break. So I want to tell you that, don't doubt Anthony Smith. He knew, and he does need surgery.
Yeah. And it's crazy, too.
Is it possible that he felt like a bad bone bruise and thought it was a break? Yeah, I guess. But, you got to take a guy like Anthony Smith at his word.
Yeah.
Also, fighters who break shit all the time, I probably trust them to know when shit is broken. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know what my leg breaking. I mean, I fuck my leg up all the time. I in my head, I'm like, damn, is it broken? But, I don't really know. These guys, I feel like they probably know what a real broken bone feels like, So I definitely never doubted Smith for a minute about that. I was actually surprised how much shit he got for it. Like, if Anthony Smith doesn't make terrible decisions to go back into a fight he has no business going back out into on a consistent basis. The Glover fight, why did he continue that fight? The Jones fight, why? This fight, why? All of these fights are crazy that he even goes back out there. But
because
then
he's a G, that's why.
But they still call him a pussy, a liar, or whatever.
I mean, people are idiots.
It doesn't make any sense to me, man. People are wild to me. But yeah, I would have, especially having him known in the stool what happened. My soft ass wants his corner to be like, okay, we're done. You know what I mean? That the way he needed to go out in that round, I understand, and he does. I mean, he is a G for it. That's what he wants to do. But, they shouldn't have let him go out there like that. He was never going to win a fight on a broken leg like that.
I don't know if Anthony Smith lets them stop him. I really don't.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be so like, absolutely not, fuck that. I'm not going to make it worse. I'm going to go out there and pull guard. I'm going to be on the ground. Let me go.
It's wild.
Yeah. He's like, if I eat some shots and I get finished, then I get finished.
Right.
Which is what happened.
And he was
Which is what
fine.
happened.
Yeah.
From the shots,
And he was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Anthony Smith, he's going to have to deal with this broken leg situation. He might not be back for a little while, but let's talk about the guy. He's not undefeated, but he's the next best thing. He continues to have an outstanding record. He's now 18-1, that being Magomed Ankalaev. Mark, what is next for Ankalaev if you had the matchmaker's hat on?
So I am still on team immediate rematch for Yuri and Glover. So if that's what we do end up getting, then the fight to make is 100% Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev. Winner gets the winner of Yuri and Glover. If it is going to be Jan who ends up getting that title shot, then I guess we got to throw Glover in there with Ankalaev. But I hope that it is the former scenario.
Okay, Omar, any other opinion that you want to posit?
That will actually be a seconded opinion. I like that very much. I personally want the rematch for Yuri and Glover. That fight was a banger all the way around. Very interested to see if the second fight goes down the same way, differently, however it goes. But I think Ankalaev and Jan is the logical next step.
I also think Ankalaev and Jan is a super intriguing fight because you would think Jan's going to have the advantages on the feet, despite kind of how technical Ankalaev manages to be. You would think Ankalaev would have the advantage on the ground, but Jan's kind of surprising down there. Like I'd be very interested to see who ended up looking superior